are now at the centre of the field. Lionel Messi is there, shaking hands and exchanging the banners with Richie Laray, the Toronto FC captain. And just taking a look inside the VAR booth. Looks all very technical in there. But as mentioned, we've got inside VAR, we've got Michael Radchuk and Jeff Mushik. As there's now going to be a photograph taken between the two captains, and hopefully we'll get this game underway very shortly. I'm not sure why there's a need of all this pomp and circumstance. The players are now having to warm up again. Messi is now leading a quick warm-up for Inter Miami. Toronto just gathering, and I think we're going to get this game underway very shortly. There's been a 12-minute delay, but I suspect we will be underway shortly now. The players just doing their final preparation. Luis Suarez, their goal-scoring threat in and of himself. He's seen throughout his career incredible goal-scoring ability, and expect him, along with Messi, to be able to create some opportunities tonight and maybe take some. Also with Segovia up there, you can see why the win percentage so much favours Inter Miami. But Toronto are also on a bit of a run right now too. They've performed very well in recent weeks, so let's see if they can overcome the challenge of Inter Miami. As there is Daniel Chaloui and Casemiro, the former Manchester United and Real Madrid player. And we're about to get this game underway, and it's going to be Toronto FC to get the game underway, attacking the goal to our left in a pretty packed crowd here in Miami. So we're just waiting for the referee to finally blow his whistle. And we are underway, and the ball is played straight back to the goalkeeper by Josh Sargent. Luka Gavran just going to clear that ball downfield now. He's in long trousers tonight. He'll feel a bit warm. Long pants and the goalkeeper's tracksuit bottoms. And I think that might be because this actually, I think, is an artificial pitch in this stadium. Ball is headed on there, and here's Sargent. Sargent now for TFC. Plays the ball out inside the penalty area. It's dropped back to the edge of the area, but Richie Laray didn't make the run. And it was Daniel Chaloui who tried to pull the ball back. He was initially played through, and he did not, when he played the ball back, there was no run made by Richie Laray, which is interesting. Here's Falcon, plays the ball forward. Picked up here by Segovia. Out wide there now to the number 7, Rodrigo de Paul, two-time World Cup winner, to his Argentinian teammate Messi. Across to Falcon. Falcon gets the ball out wide there to Segovia. Segovia drops the ball back. Just inside the centre circle again. And this time it's Lujan, the other Argentinian. Gives it to de Paul. Back to the number 2, Lujan again. And Lujan plays the ball out to the right-hand side to Ian Frey. Frey plays it into the midfield to Casemiro. Casemiro to Falcon. Falcon, the Uruguayan, plays the ball out wide to Segovia. Segovia from Venezuela. Got 56 goals in MLS so far. Ball is back there to Lujan. Just inside his own half of the field, and I think he's going to go back to Falcon again as Inter Miami trying to come forward, maybe get an early advantage over TFC. Toronto had opportunity early on with Sargent just playing that ball through to Chaloui. Here's de Paul. De Paul plays the ball out wide, chasing it to try and win that ball back. There is Betrami, but that ball rolls out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in to Toronto FC as we are 2.5 minutes into this game. It's Miami 0, Toronto 0, and you can see the Miami fans standing on the seats, not really safe, but I don't think they care too much about that. They seem to be enjoying themselves, and they are cheering away Miami have had a richly successful season this season. Second in the East, second in the overall standings for the regular season championship. Picked up by DePaul. DePaul drops the ball back there. And picked up there by Lujan. Lujan goes across to Falcon. Falcon midway inside his own half of the field. And it's across to Reguilon. Reguilon plays it in field to Casemiro. Casemiro tried to play the pass, but it was a wonderful interception by Sirmancic. Sirmancic gets the ball out wide there, and the cross coming in on the right-hand side. And it is over and out of play there by Derek Etienne. And it's a throw-in into Miami, about 6 yards away from their own corner flag. Throw-in is taken by Frey. Frey gives the ball to Messi. Messi releases it to Falcon. Falcon now sends off Reguilon on his way. Reguilon drops the pass back. It's a long ball over the top to DePaul. Good play by DePaul under pressure from Larea. DePaul gets the ball back there off Lujan. And he plays the ball into the centre circle to Messi, who drops the ball back to Falcon. And over the halfway line come into Miami. The ball is out wide to Segovier. Segovier, nice little back heel there. And it's once again now at the feet of Falcon, as so far into Miami just happy to keep possession. Not really going anywhere yet. Here's Lujan. Lujan plays the ball out wide there to looking for Frey, but Frey has given the ball away. And coming forward here is Mihajlovic, and he's fouled. It's going to be a free kick to TFC anyway, and that is going to be just outside the centre circle as we're taking a look here at Guillermo Hoyos, the manager for Inter Miami. He knows he needs to start turning some of these draws and defeats into wins. He doesn't want to fall too far behind Nashville. He does have them to play again in about 5 weeks' time. This time at home. It's back to the goalkeeper, Gavran, who clears it downfield over the halfway line. Sargent brings the ball down. Well played by him. And now coming forward is Mihajlovic. Mihajlovic loses the ball, and it's to Casemiro. And now Casemiro breaking forward. Plays the ball down to Messi down the right-hand side. Messi gives the ball to DePaul. Good play by DePaul. Back to Messi. DePaul gets the ball back. And now it's Casemiro again. So dangerous in the midfield. He's going to be launching the balls forward, pinging them forward, hoping to pick out Suarez and Messi. As now then, here is Ian Frey. Frey drops the ball back into his own half there to Lujan, as Miami quite happy to keep possession and just knock the ball around. Hopefully try to drag TFC out of their shape. Ball played over the halfway line to Casemiro. Casemiro drops it straight back into his own half here to Lujan, and that's played forward to Frey. Frey to Messi. Messi tries to play it back to Frey, but that's a good interception by Coelho, and he knocks the ball out of play as it's going to be a throw-in for Inter Miami. And as expected early on here, they have dominated possession. Now then, it's Reguilon. Reguilon plays the ball back to Falcon, midway inside his own half of the field. Here's Rodrigo DePaul. DePaul over the halfway line, tries to chest that ball down. Well, he was looking for the run of Suarez. It was a good piece of defending by Zayn Monlouis. Just chests the ball forward to Richie Leray. The ball goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in through Toronto as we take a look at a beautiful sunset in Miami. Absolutely stunning. Right over the stadium in the helicopter camera there. Stunning sunset. But still we are at 29 degrees. So expect a hydration break in this game. The rules state 28 degrees. As the ball is played forward by Kushevich. Kushevich into the midfield to Coelho. Coelho tries to play the ball forward to the number 10 there, Mihajlovic, but he was too far behind was Mihajlovic, and the Canadian goalkeeper Dane St. Clair just releases the ball quickly and gives it to DePaul. DePaul to Messi. Messi tries to find Suarez, but comfortably winning that ball back is not Monlouis, sorry, it's Kushevich there. Kushevich gives the ball over to Mihailovic. Mihailovic plays the ball out wide, and it's Derek Etienne trying to get the cross in there. That's a good block by Reguilon, and a throw-in level with the Inter Miami penalty area down that right-hand side, and there is a foul on Derek Etienne, and it's going to be a free kick for Toronto FC. Pretty useful position down that right-hand side. A couple of yards inside from the touchline. And you can see he's just getting back on his feet now. It's actually not Derek Etienne, it's Kobe Franklin who went down there. But he's back on his feet now, however. And it looks like it might just be a bit of an impact knock on Franklin. Expect him to get down that right-hand side wherever possible. And the free kick is swung into the box again by Franklin, and the header is on, and it goes just away. It was Kushevich who got the header on it, but it looks like it took a deflection there also off Falcon, and it's behind for the first corner of the game, which has gone to Toronto FC despite the possession by Inter Miami. And the visitors here will have an opportunity from the corner down the right hand side, which is going to be taken by Jordi Mihailovic. He's going to outswing this for TFC. The big men are in the box, including Monlouis. Cross coming in, it's just headed out there by Petrami. Petrami just gets the ball out again to Franklin. Franklin gets that cross in, it's headed down there by Kushevich, and it's cleared away, but only as far as the number 19, Franklin again. And Franklin gets by Rodrigo de Paul, and he tries to get the cross in, but a challenge is a good one there. And the number 19, Betrami, who got the challenge in there, just stopping Mihailovic in his tracks there, but it is going to be a throw-in for TFC down the left-hand side, and it's level with the Miami penalty area. Is Richie Leray going to try a long one here? Leray is holding up. He's going to go short, in fact. It's back to Mihailovic and then back to Leray. Leray beats one. Good play by Richie Leray. Back to Josh Sargent. Josh Sargent there. Good chance for Etienne. Etienne gets a cross in and he's turned in there! And it's a goal for TFC and it's Richie Leray! But he's offside. Oh, the official's flag is up. It came up late. I'm sure we're going to get VAR to look at this. In fact, the referee has signalled a stoppage in play, but let's take a look. It was a brilliant move by TFC. It was Josh Sargent gets the ball out there to Etienne, and indeed Richie Leray had strayed a couple of yards offside, and he puts the ball into the top corner, but it is not going to count, and I think Richie Leray knew it at the end of the day. But Toronto FC come close there, and Inter Miami there have received a warning shot fired across their bow as they are now coming forward. And they're going to have to be very careful, especially with Derek Etienne down that right-hand side. The ball is knocked back there to Lujan. Lujan, the Argentinian, pushing for a place in the senior squad there is Lujan, but he just wasn't able to make it. And picked up an injury close to the end of the or just before the break, I should say. Here come TFC now with Coelho. Coelho to Sargent. Oh, he trods on the ball and loses possession. And now here's Rodrigo de Paul coming forward. We've had an intense 12 minutes here in Miami. And the ball is played forward. A back heel by Casemiro, but it just wasn't on. It's picked up here and dropped back to Zane Monlouis. Monlouis gives it to Larea. Larea to Simamanchik. Simamanchik goes long over onto the right-hand side looking for Derek Etienne. Etienne is just going to check back and give it to Mihailovic. Mihailovic drops the ball back to Simamanchik. Simamanchik now. Oh, Derek Etienne is going to chase this one. He comes up with the ball. Derek Etienne gets the cross in and cleared away there by Lujan, but not far enough as Toronto FC now all of a sudden putting the pressure on here. And it's with Monlouis. Monlouis gives the ball to Larea. Larea midway inside the Inter Miami half of the field, and what a game we've got for you here. Simamanchek picks up the ball. Gets the ball back to Simamanchek. He plays the ball out to the left-hand side there for the number 10 Mihailovic. Simamanchek. 13 minutes gone. We are still no goals here in Miami, but boy have we had chances. Here is the number 14, Simamanchek again. Simamanchek out wide here to Mihailovic. Mihailovic gets across it looking for Sargent. It's just away from the former Norwich City striker. Too close to Dane St. Clair in the Inter Miami goal. He plucks it out of the air with authority. Dane St. Clair, superb goalkeeper, 68% save average for the season. And he was really knocking on the door for that number 1 spot in the World Cup squad for Canada, and in the end he just missed out, but he certainly is a super goalkeeper for sure. And here's Lujan. Lujan under pressure here by Mihailovic, but he finally releases it and gives it to Falcon. Falcon plays the ball forward, and that's a good ball to Reguilon. Reguilon infield to Messi. Messi now out wide to Rodrigo de Paul. Long ball over the top, looking for Segovier. Segovier, corner of the penalty area, left-hand side. Back to Messi, goes down in the penalty area. No penalty, says the referee. Now coming forward are Toronto FC with Daniel Shallowy. But it's back into the TFC penalty area. It's at the feet there of the number 19. Petrami with the shot, and he just goes over the crossbar. And that again was Inter Miami showing how effective and quick they are breaking forward. Messi gets into the penalty area. He goes down very easy, does Messi. He knows he's not going to get anything out of that. But the cross coming in here, looking for Beltrame, and it just goes over the crossbar from his shot. But that's a good half chance for Beltrame. And it's going to be a first corner for Inter Miami down the left-hand side. Swung in. Headed away there by Sargent. Sargent gets the ball out wide there. And it's Beltrame. Gives the ball to Segovier. Segovier plays the ball across. Edge of the penalty area now. The ball is launched into the penalty area by De Paul. And he's just going to... yes, that's Richie Leray just allowing that ball to go behind for a goal kick. Rodrigo De Paul just a bit off with a cross, looking for the dangerous Lionel Messi in the penalty area. And we have 16 minutes played here. It's Miami 0, Toronto 0, and we've seen both teams with chances in this game. And it's with the goalkeeper Luka Gavran, 64% save percentage for him. It's not been his best performance this season. The ball's played forward there to Shallowy. Shallowy gives the ball to Leray. Leray back to Mihailovic. Mihailovic under pressure, and he's fouled there by Segovier, and it's going to be a free kick for TFC as we approach 16 and a half minutes gone. The referee there just stopping play, and I have to say it looked a bit harsh really on Inter Miami, that. I mean, he didn't go down Mihailovic. The challenge was put in, but I don't think there was enough in it to warrant a free kick. But here we are. Mihailovic is about 12 yards outside the 18-yard box towards the left of the D. He's going to launch this ball in. And it just goes, it's cleared away, but not really far enough. Here's Derek Etienne now, and Etienne plays the ball back to Shallowy. Shallowy's cross, and picked up out of the air, plucked out of the air by Dane St. Clair in the Inter Miami goal. And this is by no means one-sided. Both sides have looked very threatening going forward. Rodrigo De Paul, the game being played very quickly despite the heat in Miami. Like I said, 29 degrees. And the ball's out wide there to Reguilon. Reguilon drops the ball back. Quick check and pass there by Rodrigo De Paul. Drop back to Falcon. Falcon to Casemiro. Just dropping occasionally back into the defensive line to almost add a third centre-back. The ball played forward there by Frey, and it goes off Coella and out of play for a throw-in into Miami. And it's 0-0 is the score. We've played 18 minutes, and this has been a very absorbing contest so far. And here's Lujan for Inter Miami, midway inside his own half of the field. Plays the ball short to Casemiro. Casemiro goes long over the top, looking for Segovier. Nipping in and winning that one well there was the number 19, Kobe Franklin. And Franklin drops the ball back there to the other defender, Kushevich. And Kushevich is going to maybe go long himself. He goes short to Franklin. Good play that. Oh, Franklin has given the ball away just as I said that. Here's Rodrigo de Paul. Rodrigo de Paul plays the ball through to Suarez. Oh, he shoots it wide. Oh, what an opportunity for a man as talented as Luis Suarez. You expect him to hit the target. I think he kind of knows it looking at his face. But that is the best chance of the match, and he's well onside, is Suarez. And he misses the target, puts it wide to the left-hand side of Luka Gavran's goal. What an opportunity. Lionel Messi. And Toronto now take the goal kick very quickly. Here is Richie Larea, and going down, holding his back there. We've got a Toronto player down. It's Mihailovic, who is just holding his back there. We must be close to the hydration break, if there is going to be one, but I would say there's got to be considered for one. And I'll also just run through some of the other scores with you. Up in Quebec, it is Montreal 1, Los Angeles Galaxy 1. The rest of the games, Charlotte versus DC United, FC Cincinnati and Seattle Sounders, New York Red Bulls versus Chicago Fire, and Orlando City versus Real Salt Lake. That is all 0-0 right now. Here's Richie Larea coming forward, ball out wide there to the number 20, Daniel Shallowy. Shallowy gives the ball back to Richie Larea, who tries to get the better of the number 2, Lujan, but Lujan puts the ball behind for a corner to TFC. And that will, of course, be their second of the match. And it is still 0-0. And St. Clair just trying to organise his defence, and it's Daniel Shallowy takes his place in the box, along with Etienne and no doubt one or two others. I suspect Zayn Monlouis, the Englishman, will be in there as well. Corner is coming in, and it's headed away there at the front post by Messi. It goes all the way back to the number 19, Franklin. Franklin is forced to turn and go back towards his own half of the field, and he drops it back to Luka Gavran in the TFC goal. It's a long clearance downfield, headed down by Casemiro. About 30 yards outside his own penalty area, and it's going to be a free kick for Miami. It's taken quickly here by Messi. Messi plays the ball into Casemiro, back to De Paul. De Paul looking for the run of Frey, but he gives it straight to Richie Larea. Poor pass by Rodrigo De Paul, and it's a long ball now looking for Derek Etienne, who's going to put Reguilon under pressure. And Reguilon deals with it very, very well. He gives the ball to Segovier. Segovier plays the ball forward. Goes back to him again. It's a free kick. And it's a free kick about 10 yards inside the Toronto half of the field. The foul by Kobe Franklin. So it's a free kick to Inter Miami. Here is Rodrigo De Paul. Sends it out to the right-hand side there to Frey. Back to De Paul. De Paul gives the ball back to Frey. Frey, has he managed to find him? He has. I don't quite know how that got through to him. It gets across to Messi, however. And finally, Kobe Franklin barges Messi over and clears the ball into the Miami half of the field. Messi is going to be under a physical I would say, a physical challenge today. He's got Kobe Franklin, who seems to be stuck to him like glue at the moment, and is not afraid to give him a good shoulder barge. And just turning back to his own goalkeeper there is Frey, and it's cleared by Dane St. Clair over the halfway line, looking for Segovier. Goes back to Falcon here for Inter Miami. Falcon plays the ball across to Lujan, one of the Argentinian contingents in this starting lineup. I count 4 of them. And we've got a very talented group of players for Inter Miami here. Falcon plays the ball forward for Reguilon. Reguilon gives the ball away. And now TFC can come forward. It's Sargent. And here's Shallowy. Shallowy tries to play the ball back to Sargent. It's just cleared away by Lujan. And all of a sudden, Inter Miami now can come on the break. And it's Frey. Gives the ball to Messi. And Messi is dispossessed. But he's fouled, in fact, by Richie Larray, according to the referee Ishmael Elfaf. And capacity crowd inside this stadium today. And the current champions, if you will, in Inter Miami. Don't forget to watch this game on your local TV, regional TV and national cable network. The game will be on there. The game will also probably be on your local radio station as well, so please tune into those. You're listening to unofficial off-tube studio-based commentary, and Facundo Mura is readying himself to come on, and already an early substitution. And it's the number 4, Facundo Mura, who's had his own problems with injury this season. Missed out on a potential World Cup squad. And now he's being helped to his feet here. I think that is Lujan. I'll get confirmation for you. He looks very, very dazed. And if it is Mura coming on, it would make sense. And if it is Lujan coming off, Mura coming back from an injury where he was actually rushed to hospital. Fortunately, it didn't turn out to be too serious. The substitution is taking place now. And it's an early substitution for Inter Miami. As we are now going to take the hydration break. And I'll get confirmation of the substitute for you. Which I do think it is Lujan. I'll just get, once I've got final confirmation, I just can't tell. Yes, it is Lujan. He has come off, and Facundo Mura, another one of the Argentinian contingents here in this squad today, he has come on. And we'll see now. Hopefully Lujan is not out for very long, and hopefully he makes a full recovery. But he's off for the time being. And the game is back underway after the brief hydration break. And it's Mura will be wearing number 4, and he'll slip into that centre-back position. Taken by Lujan as the ball is played forward by Falcon. It's a disappointing pass and goes straight through to the straight through and behind for a goal kick. Into Miami, it has to be said, I feel that they've certainly been shook up a bit by the performance by Toronto FC so far. They've certainly matched Inter Miami in every department. Just looking at the two midfielders there, Casemiro 26 touches, Alonso Coella 20 touches. It's very similar across the board, as that ball is knocked back there by Franklin. Franklin releases the ball, and it's a long ball over to the left hand side to the captain, Richie Larrea. Infield to the number 14 there for Toronto. Figure out who that is. Yes, it's Alonso Coella, And it's now back with Derek Etienne. Etienne, he loses the ball there, does Etienne. And coming forward now is into Miami there with Bertrame, but Bertrame is dispossessed. They do win it back, and they've managed to give the ball now to Messi. And Messi has got options on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. He plays it back to Casemiro. Casemiro plays the ball for a real opportunity for the substitute Mura. And he doesn't take the shot. He tries to pull the ball across, and it takes a deflection and goes through to the goalkeeper, Luca Gavran. But just for a moment there, the substitute, Facundo Mura, had just seen the light of the goal, chose not to take the shot. And he's back again now with the ball. Is Mura, releases it to Rodrigo de Paul. And it's back with Mura again, who appears to have slipped into the right back role. And Ian Frey seems to have moved into the centre-back role. And there appears to be two at centre-back, if you include Casemiro, who frequently will slip into that position. 65% possession for Miami, 35 for Toronto. And here's the substitute, Mura. Mura plays the ball across the width of the field. Well, he's looking for Reguilon, and Reguilon gets there. He does manage to pick up that ball, but it wasn't the best ball. And the ball is played to Bertrame. And now out wide here to Messi. Messi has got the substitute Mura alongside him. Plays the ball infield to Casemiro. But Casemiro is dispossessed comfortably there by Simancic. And Simancic plays the ball over the Inter Miami over the halfway line and into the Inter Miami half of the field. And it's played back to the goalkeeper by Ian Frey. And we've played almost half an hour here in what has been a real absorbing first half. But the only thing we need is some goals. And the ball is dropped back there by Segovier. Segovier drops it back there to Reguilon and back to Falcon. Falcon has the ball. He's got Rodrigo de Paul alongside him. It's played forward to Suarez. Forward to Messi. Back to Suarez, who lifts the ball forward. But it might have been a foul there on, looks like it was on Segovier there. He's gone down. He's back up on his feet now. And it's going to be a free kick to Miami on the corner of the penalty area. I'd say about 10 yards outside the penalty area. As Kushevich is the guilty party. And it's going to be a free kick to Inter Miami. And standing over that is Segovier. And also Messi. You'd think it would be Messi that would lift the ball into the penalty area, wouldn't you? But we'll see. It is Messi. Takes a deflection and it's up in the air, headed down by Casemiro, but the goalkeeper gets down, Luca Gavran, and makes the save there, one you'd certainly expect him to make. But Casemiro, despite his height, is very good in the air. We certainly saw that in for Real Madrid and for Manchester United. Ball is played across to Richie Laray. Laray plays the ball to Simancic. Simancic knocks the ball back there to Kushevich. Kushevich, ball is played short. It's going to be a long ball here. Looking for the run of Laray. Oh, it's beautifully weighted to Laray. Laray heads the ball down, looking for Daniel Chalawi, but the ball is knocked out of play there by Casemiro, and it's going to be a throw-in to... it's actually going to be given to Inter Miami in the end. Perhaps the ball did not come off Casemiro last. Inter Miami have got the ball. Played forward to Messi. Messi manages to find Suarez. Suarez to Segovier. Segovier is dispossessed by Etienne. Etienne now over the halfway line. Tries to play the ball through to Josh Sargent. Sargent has gone out to the right-hand side now. He plays the ball looking there for Daniel Chalawi, but it was well read by Falcon, and now can Inter Miami break forward? No, they've lost the ball and they've given the ball away again, and it's picked up by Richie Laray as Toronto will have the chance to go forward. And it's Simancic. Simancic under pressure drops the ball back there to Kushevich. Kushevich's ball given there to Coelho. Coelho knocks the ball out of play to nobody in particular, and it's going to be a throw-in. Robin Fraser might well look a little bit irritated at that, but he has to be happy with his performance from his Toronto team in this first half in a very difficult away trip to Miami. Casemiro drops the ball back there, and is played across by Ian Frey looking for Falcon. Here's Segovier. Gives the ball to Reguilon. You'll expect Reguilon to get forward down that right-hand side quite a lot in this game. It's Falcon. Straight back there to Mura. Mura plays the ball forward, but it's really only given straight back to Toronto FC. And the ball is played out wide there by Shallowy. And it's given again back to the number 71, Simamanchek, who tries to get the cross in, and that's blocked by Frey, and it's going to be another corner or it's going to be a throw-in, I should say, right by the corner flag. It's very close to being a corner, but it's right by the corner flag. And it's going to go for a long one here. It's Kobe Franklin with his hands on the ball. Takes a few yards back, actually. It's not taken from the right position. He must have gone at least 7 or 8 yards back, and the referee allowed it. Here's Simamanchek. Plays the ball to Coelho. Coelho drops it back to the halfway line there to the number 13, Zayn Monlouis. Back to Coelho. Coelho out wide to Etienne. Etienne back to Coelho. Simamanchek. Just outside the centre circle, inside the Miami half of the field. Drops the ball back to Mihailovic. Mihailovic, that's a really good ball. Finds Richie Leray down this left-hand side. Richie Leray, it's a poor ball by Leray to Josh Sargent, but Mihailovic helps out to win that ball back. But his return pass to Richie Leray, just a little bit too far in front of the Canadian. And it goes behind for a goal kick as we've got 10 minutes to the break here. And still we are at 0-0 in this regular season match. Don't forget you can watch this game on your local, regional and national cable station. And also you can follow the game on your local radio station too. The ball is out wide now to Segovier. Segovier tries to get the ball into the middle. Real chance here. Batrami plays it over the crossbar. What an opportunity for Batrami. It's a good ball by Segovier. Was he offside? That's debatable. But he plays the ball into the middle and Batrame gets his foot underneath it. It was certainly an opportunity. It was all of about 7 or 8 yards out. And it's disappointing finish by Germain Batrame. And it's back with the goalkeeper, Luca Gavran. Gavran plays the ball forward there. Really short pass by Coelho. And he tries to get the ball out wide to Etienne. Josh Sargent picks the ball up though. He's going to have to hold this up and wait for some support. Sargent gets the support off Coelho. Coelho over the halfway line to Mihailovic. The ball is now out wide to Shallowy. Shallowy inside the penalty area. Quick pass off Leray. Leray could not get the ball back to Shallowy. And it's taken by Dwayne St. Clair. And now coming forward is, that's Suarez. That's Rodrigo De Paul. He goes down under the pressure. We're going to see our first yellow card of the game to Richie Leray. A bit harsh, I would say. There didn't appear to be an awful lot in it. But the first yellow card of the game goes to Toronto FC's captain, Richie Leray. Rodrigo De Paul going down very easy there. And it's a free kick. And it's with Mura here, the substitute. Mura gives the ball to Rodrigo De Paul. Looked very comfortable immediately since he's been on as Facundo Mura. And he plays the ball out wide looking for Reguilon. Reguilon falls and it goes out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for TFC as we have 8 minutes to go until the break here. It is still 0-0 as take a look at the substitutes for Inter Miami. They've got, of course, they're allowed 9 on the bench and 5 to be used. And those, I think, will need to be used today, especially in this uncomfortable heat. And here's Mura, gives the ball to Messi. Messi drops the ball back there to Frey. It's a good ball there to Falcon. Falcon plays the ball short, and it's Segovier. Segovier into the centre circle, gives the ball back to Frey, and it's out wide now to Mura. Mura, quick 1-2 there with Segovier. Straight back there to Frey. Frey to Casemiro. Casemiro now plays the ball over the halfway line to Falcon, who's in an advanced position. Let's see if he can get something going here for Inter Miami. The ball is played out wide to Reguilon. Reguilon drops the ball back here. And it's Casemiro. Oh, it's a poor ball by Casemiro. And it's won back in the midfield by Mihailovic. It's 4-on-3. If Toronto hurry, here's Shallowy. Shallowy, and that's given time for Inter Miami to get back. But Shallowy still going. Attempts a shot. But it's wide, high wide, and not so handsome. But there was certainly an opportunity. Just for a moment there, Toronto have 4-on-3. Didn't really make a move on that. And it's the shot is high wide and not so handsome, as we are now approaching that period in the first half when neither side will want to concede a goal, as we go towards the last 5 minutes at the end of this first half. And picked up here by Falcon. Falcon holds the ball up, drops it back. It's a good ball, and it's going to go all the way through to Richie Leray. Richie Leray's got time. He's going to play it back to the goalkeeper, Luka Gavran, on that left-hand side. Gavran releases it quickly to Kobe Franklin. Franklin back to Kushevich. Kushevich to Coella. Coella releases the ball there to Monlouis. Monlouis goes back to the goalkeeper Gavran, who goes long. Winning it on the halfway line there is Frey. And Derek Etienne, who's certainly been the most dangerous player for TFC so far, wins that ball back. And now maybe an opportunity for TFC to break with Coella. Gives the ball to Mihailovic. Mihailovic tries to play the pass there while making the run was Daniel Shallowy, the Hungarian. And the ball was cleared away by Frey, but it was just nowhere near good enough. And it's perhaps some tiredness creeping in on this Inter Miami team. Here is the number 10 there, Mihailovic. Back to Srmanchik. And the cross there to Etienne. Etienne gets the ball back to Kushevich. It's now with Etienne again. Srmanchik. Long ball over the top, but he's well in an offside position there is Mihailovic. Why the official's flag hasn't gone up, I don't know. But Mihailovic drops the ball out wide there. And going down is Daniel Shallowy. And I think the official's flag is finally going to come up on the far side. I don't think there was any question really, but let's... or has he given a free kick to Toronto FC? Well, I have to be honest, he has given the free kick to Toronto FC. Frey wants to know why, and I want to know why Mihailovic wasn't given offside, because he quite clearly was. But it is a free kick anyway to TFC, and it's at the corner of the penalty area, left-hand side. Dane St. Clair just organising his defenders as Toronto bring the men up forward from the back. Cross coming in. It's headed away, but only as far as Coella. Coella picks up the ball. He decides to drop it back to Kushevich. Kushevich plays that ball short. And it's picked up by Srmanchik. Back to Sargent. Sargent's shot is blocked. It's a good piece of defending there by Casemiro, showing that he can defend as well as he can create in the midfield. And it's going to go back to the goalkeeper from Kobe Franklin to Luka Gavran. And here's Richie Larea. Larea, he's got Rodrigo De Paul in front of him, decides to play it in the midfield to Coella. Coella, long ball, looking for Derek Etienne, but that's a really good piece of defending by Reguilon. Just brought that down with consummate ease, and now the ball over the top is not going to be able to find Lionel Messi. As fantastic as a superstar Lionel Messi is, even he can't catch that. And now the ball is played out wide to Larea. Larea. Drop back to the number 14, Simamancic. Simamancic plays the ball forward to Kobe Franklin, and it's through to Derek Etienne. Real chance for Etienne. Oh, he blazes it over the crossbar. Oh, the ball was played through for him, and he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he blazed his shot over the crossbar. He was offside. Indeed he was, just by a fraction. But he was offside, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but he got his foot underneath it and blazed it over the crossbar. Well, TFC have already had one goal disallowed in this first half, and they've given the ball away into Miami now, and it's Shallowy. Shallowy, the ball given away there. It was a bad goal kick, I think, from Dane St. Clair. And the ball was won back by Rodrigo De Paul anyway, and he plays the ball. Oh, it's almost given away by Casemiro there as well under pressure. He does the same thing, gets the ball back to St. Clair, and Frey lifts the ball forward to the substitute Mura. Mura gives it back to De Paul, back to Mura. Down that left-hand side, he decides rather than to go any further forward, plays the ball back to St. Clair as we are inside the last minute at the end of this first half here, and it's still 0-0. And now the ball is out wide, looking for Segovier, and Segovier's pass is a disappointing one. The ball was won back by Derek Etienne, but there was a foul there by Segovier, and it's going to be a free kick to TFC as we take a look again at one of the chances, and that was the Luis Suarez chance, probably the best chance of the whole half, as the ball goes back to Luka Gavran. Again, we'll just see what kind of stoppage time is being added on. We did have the substitution and Lujan's treatment, so I suspect it'll be 2 or 3 minutes, but we'll see what the call is. It's a throw into Miami, midway inside the half of Toronto FC. Here's Messi. Messi tries a shot, but it's blocked. It is indeed 3 minutes of stoppage time, and here's Mihailovic. Mihailovic is dispossessed with a really good challenge from Casemiro. So 3 minutes it is at the end of this first half, a minimum of 3 minutes, of course. If there's any time wasting or the referee feels something has happened that might warrant more time, he does have the authority to do that. It's 3 minutes minimum. Here's Rodrigo De Paul, drops the ball back to Casemiro, across to Falcon over the halfway line. Falcon plays the ball short there. In fact, it's going to go back to Casemiro. Casemiro plays the ball forward there to Mura. Mura onwards to Messi. Messi there to Rodrigo De Paul. Rodrigo De Paul is being challenged here by Larea, and Larea comes out as the winner, and the ball goes out of play, and I think that came off Mura. It's going to be a throw-in for TFC, and it's just inside their own half of the field, down that left-hand side. Richie Larea is going to take it, the captain of Toronto FC, and he's had a very solid first half, as his teammates in this first half. That's Coella. Plays the ball across to Kobe Franklin. Franklin infield to Simamancic. Simamancic to Derek Etienne, who when he has gotten in full flight, Derek Etienne has certainly worried that Inter Miami defence. And there's Franklin, releases the ball to Mihailovic. Short there to Simamancic. Good ball there to Franklin again, and it's Simamancic making the challenge. That's a good challenge indeed on the edge of the area there by Casemiro to win that ball back. And now storming over the halfway line is the substitute Mura, but he's dispossessed. And now here's Richie Larea. Good challenge there. He fights and wins that ball back. Does Mura. Great play by him. And in the end, it's a free kick to TFC, but that really was a throw-in rather to TFC, and that really was good play by the substitute. And the ball has been given away by Mihailovic, and it's Messi now. And cutting across and making that challenge is Coelho. Puts the ball out of play for a throw-in. Before we go for the half-time break, I will be bringing you an update of all the scores from today's game so far in the league. The ball is out wide, and it's Segovia. Segovia checks in field. Goes back towards the centre circle and out to Mura. And that's it. The referee has blown for half-time. It's Inter Miami 0, Toronto FC 0. Richie Larea with a goal disallowed in the first half. The best opportunity perhaps falling to Luis Suarez, who was about 7 yards out and struck his shot wide of the target. Half-time, it's Inter Miami 0, Toronto FC 0. The scores around the league are thus: Montreal 1, Los Angeles Galaxy 1, Charlotte 0, DC United 0, FC Cincinnati 1, Seattle Sounders 0, New York Red Bulls 0, Chicago Fire 1, Orlando City 0, Real Salt Lake 1. Games coming tonight are Nashville versus Columbus Crew, St. Louis City versus Houston Dynamo, Austin FC versus Philadelphia Union. Vancouver Whitecaps are in Texas to take on FC Dallas. Los Angeles FC make the short trip to Portland, and San Diego hosts the Colorado Rapids, with San Jose Earthquakes welcoming Minnesota United. So we're going to take a break, and please join us for the start of the second half. Join us then. Welcome back to the start of the second half, and the two teams are out on the field right now. We're just waiting to get this second half underway, and Inter Miami wonder if they will make any further changes, and whether Toronto, I think they will be the happier of the two teams. Certainly not conceded anything in this away game, and they've also created a number of chances themselves, so I fully expect it to be Robin Fraser to be quite happy with his Toronto team's first half performance. Kushevich is there, ready for the second half to get underway. The Inter Miami players are not out yet. It's the Toronto FC team that is out there right now. The officials just making their checks as Toronto now looking like they'll want to continue the second half in the way that they played in the first. Perhaps getting the ball to Derek Etienne out on the right-hand side to see if he can create more opportunities for Toronto. Still waiting for Inter Miami to come out. There's Casemiro. And also German Batrami, who of course has come back from injury. There's Lionel Messi, just replacing his captain's armband, and they are coming out onto the field now. Inter Miami. Perhaps a little gamesmanship in holding things up. But Josh Sargent and the Toronto FC are going to be all ready to go in this second half. They must be feeling a lot more confident now. They've really played very well in that first half. Inter Miami had their chances, with Luis Suarez possibly having the best one. As the referee is just going to get the players together now, and we can start the second half. Los Angeles Galaxy have taken the lead in Montreal. They're 2-1 up. Charlotte and DC United are still 0-0. FC Cincinnati are 1-0 up. And Chicago Fire are winning in New York 1-0, with Real Salt Lake City winning in Orlando. And we are underway at the start of the second half. No further substitutions, with Inter Miami attacking the goal to our left. I'll just run through the lineups for you, starting with Inter Miami. Dane St. Clair, Sergio Reguilon, Maximiliano Falcon, the substitute for Kondomura, who came on for Lujan, Ian Frey, Telesco Segovier, Casemiro, Rodrigo de Paul, Germain Batrame, Luis Suarez and Lionel Messi. For Toronto, it's basically the same team that started. Luka Gavran in goal, Kobe Franklin, Benjamin Kushevich, Zayn Monlouis, Richie Leray, Jordi Mihailovic, Alonso Coella, Marcus Simamanchik, Daniel Shaloy, and Josh Sargent and Derek Etienne. And now Toronto coming forward down that left-hand side, and just trying to bring the ball forward. There was Daniel Shaloy. He was dispossessed, and now into Miami. 30 degrees the temperature is now in Miami, so there will be a hydration break at some point in this second half. And usually it was a lot quicker than what it was in the World Cup. The World Cup was indicating 5 to 10 minutes. This is usually done within 3 or 4. Here's Falcon. Cross to Reguilon. Reguilon plays the ball forward here to Segovier. Segovier, cross there. Ball is picked up over on the far side, and it's lifted forward there by Kushevich, and it's picked up there by Suarez. Suarez tries to lift the ball over the top, looking for the run there of Batrami, but it was just away from Batrami, the Argentinian. He goes behind, and will be a goal kick as we take a look at the fans of Inter Miami making a lot of noise, and the win probabilities have changed just a little bit. There was 72% at the start of the game for Miami. It's now down to 58.5 with a draw at 26%, and Toronto going up from 12 to 15.5 as a potential win. So that performance in the first half has warranted some change of hearts. Coming forward now is Segovier. Segovier, good ball out wide. Chasing it down is Luis Suarez. He's managed to get a hold of it. Suarez plays the ball across, chested down by Messi. Gives the ball to Casemiro. Casemiro back to Messi, and it's Segovier again. Back to Casemiro. Casemiro, good ball there. Just short to Frey. Frey goes long over looking for Reguilon. It's good ball by Reguilon. Plays the ball back there to Falcon. Falcon to Frey. Good play by Mura. Mura gives the ball back to Falcon in an advanced position for Inter Miami. The ball's out wide to Reguilon. Reguilon gets a deep cross in and a chance. And it's Messi. It's it's Batrami on the end of it. And, he puts the ball wide. Now, he was under some pressure. Let's take a look at this again. The ball comes across by Reguilon. It's a beautifully delivered cross. Batrami gets there first. He was under pressure from Monlouis, but you have to say Batrami might have done better there. He was only about 6 yards out. It's a warning for TFC and a goal kick now, which Luca Gavran will take. And it's right-footed downfield by Gavran, the Canadian goalkeeper. One there at the centre, inside his own half by Reguilon. Good ball out wide by De Paul. There's Messi. Chasing this one now down on the far side is Mura. Mura gets the cross in. Oh, it's a poor one. But Inter Miami still win the ball back. It was given away badly there. And now here's Segovia. And the cross coming in by Reguilon. And a superb piece of defending there by Kobe Franklin. Getting across there to put that ball behind for a goal, for a corner. But Inter Miami starting to feel it now. They've started this second half very strongly. And it was a really good challenge by Kobe Franklin. The corner is going to be taken by Segovier. It's right out to Rodrigo De Paul. De Paul launches the ball in the penalty area. The cross there on the back post by Mura. And he wasn't able to keep the ball in play. It goes behind. With 5 minutes gone at the start of this second half, it's all into Miami. Rodrigo De Paul's ball over the top. It was actually Casemiro there who was not able to keep that ball in play. And now the ball is played forward, looking for Mihailovic. Cutting across there and making the challenge is Falcon. And Falcon goes down. Did Mihailovic make contact with him there? Let's take a look at that and let's see what went on there. That was I just saw that in the corner of my screen. So it was really difficult to say whether there was any malice intended there. We'll get another look at it there. Mihailovic cuts across and just shoves him over. Falcon goes down very easily for me. No further action taken by the referee. Don't forget you can watch this game on your local, regional and national cable broadcast. You can also follow the game on local, regional and national radio station. You're listening to unofficial off-tube studio-based commentary of this game between Inter Miami and Toronto. Reguilon plays the ball across the penalty area. Suarez tries to bring it under control. Picked up well by Segovier. De Paul tries to play the ball. It's blocked and cleared away, or not properly cleared away. He's holding his shirt there. Surely that's a free kick for a foul on Coelho. Indeed it is, as Segovier had a big hand, a handful really of Coelho's shirt. No question that was a foul. But Falcon there just trying to play the ball, and it was won back by Coelho before Segovier. And it's a free kick now for TFC, and it goes back to the goalkeeper and cleared downfield. And now just holding the ball down is Freya. Frey plays the ball to Falcon. Falcon goes back to St. Clair. St. Clair goes back to Falcon. Falcon just holds the ball up. He gives the ball now back to Frey. Frey does a quick 1-2 and then plays the ball over the halfway line to Messi. Messi runs right into Mihailovic there, but Inter Miami continue to take possession, but the ball is won back by Simamancic, and Simamancic plays the ball to Josh Sargent, who's really had a rough ride today. He goes down under the challenge and this time wins the free kick, and it's going to be a yellow card, I think, that's going to be issued to Casemiro, and that's the first booking of the day for Inter Miami. There's hardly anything there, is there? There's nothing there. That's a really poor decision in my mind. Casemiro, I'm not sure why he was given the yellow card. The initial challenge came from Falcon, but it is shown to Casemiro. Poor, really, that by the official, and even the original challenge wasn't that bad. And now the ball is played forward there, looking for Mihailovic. Mihailovic is dispossessed, and here's Casemiro. Casemiro tries to play the ball forward there to Suarez. Suarez to Beltrame. Back to Suarez and a cross up to Reguilon. Reguilon chasing this one down, but coming back and dealing with it well at the back there was Kušević. Kušević releases the ball to Samancic. Samancic, quick 1-2 with Coelho. And they go back to the goalkeeper, Gavran. Gavran releases the ball here, and here comes the number 19 at full speed, Kobe Franklin. Franklin gives the ball to Sargent. He's got some space in front of him. Sargent, edge of the penalty area now. And when he goes down under the challenge there, and did he just run into the back? There's a correction on that yellow card. I'll come back to that in a moment, but it is a free kick. The foul given away there by the substitute Moura. The yellow card was in fact given to Falcon, and but again, that challenge was not very robust at all. But the yellow card has been given to Falcon. It's a free kick to TFC now in a pretty dangerous position. Corner of the penalty area, left side of the D, and standing over this is Mihailovic and Coelho. And there's a four-man wall there that includes Casemiro and the substitute Muro as well. And St Clair is just trying to organise his wall. This free kick is about 20 yards out. It's more towards the corner of the penalty area, so it's a difficult angle. But if Mihailovic can get this right, he's lining up this free kick now. And we're just waiting for the referee to be satisfied that everybody's where they should be. Here's Mihailovic, straight into the wall. And chasing it back is the substitute Moura. Moura tries to play the ball forward there. And Moura gets the ball back off Casemiro. But the clearance isn't the best. The chest is brought down by the chest, and he's dispossessed there is Franklin. And now away go into Miami, and is Messi fouled there? Indeed he is. It's going to be a free kick. Oh, and the ball is forward looking for Suarez. The goalkeeper has to come out now, and Gavrin rushes out and deals with that. Well, it was a super ball over the top. The free kick was taken very quickly, and Luka Gavran was read the danger very, very well and got out there before Suarez. And here's the ball now to Falcon. Falcon plays the ball short there to Segovier. Segovier, and it's out wide now to Reguilon, but is he in an offside position, or did he just give up? And it looks like he just gave up, and the ball goes behind for a goal kick. And I'll try and keep you updated on these scores as the game continues to go on. It's still 2-1 to Los Angeles Galaxy in Montreal. DC United have taken the lead on the road to Charlotte. FC Cincinnati still hold a slender 1-goal lead against Seattle Sounders. Chicago Fire likewise against New York Red Bulls on the road, 1-0 there. Orlando City have levelled it up against Real Salt Lake. Nashville and St. Louis, they've both just kicked off against Columbus Crew and Houston Dynamo respectively. They're 20 minutes in and it's 0-0. And here comes Leray. Leray plays the ball outside to Mihailovic down that left-hand side. And the cross is out of play. And disappointing end there for TFC. We're going to see a substitution here. And on comes the number 32, Noah Allen, who is coming on. And I think the number 5, Casimiro, is the one that has gone. Oh, no, it's Regulon, excuse me, that has gone off. So Regulon goes off. And coming on is Noah Allen, who's wearing number 32. And be an opportunity now for the substitute to maybe try and make a name for himself, see if he can grab himself something. But another stoppage here and a free kick. And it's taken quickly. And forward there looking for Simamanchik. He's not able to play that. And here's Sargent now on the edge of the box. Sargent with a shot, he scores! It's Josh Sargent that has given the visitors the lead. Oh my goodness me. Well, it's against the run of play in the second half for sure. But Josh Sargent curls the ball past the goalkeeper into the right-hand corner. And we have seen a shock here as Toronto have taken a 1-goal lead in Miami. And what can you say? It was a lovely finish. And let's take a look at it again. It was forward initially to Simamanchik, but it was lost by Simamanchik. Derek Etienne played the ball short there to Coelho. Coelho plays it, a very simple pass to Josh Sargent. They didn't close him down, and from the edge of the penalty area, he curls it past Dwayne St. Clair and gives Toronto the 1-goal lead. And, well, just after the substitution of Noah Allen, we'll just take a look at that. I actually think the goalkeeper was screened there. He couldn't see it, I don't think, because it was two of the Inter Miami defenders, one of them being the substitute Allen, the other being Falcon, I believe, that was right in front of him. Anyway, looking to respond quickly here is Inter Miami. The ball forward by Messi, but it's a bit too far away from Suarez. And, well, this could be no wins in 6 in the league for Miami if this stays the way it is, and for Toronto, a huge step towards the playoffs. Here's Leray. Leray drops the ball back. Picked up there. And forward to Etienne. Etienne drops the ball back. And it's straight back there to Kushevich, who goes back to Gavran. And Josh Sargent, who's been mostly kept quiet in this game, jumps up to score his 4th goal this season in the league. And now coming forward is Richie Leray as Toronto are looking for more. It's 5-on-4 if they hurry. Mihailovic gets a cross in. It's almost touched in. It's going to come to Derek St. Etienne. And it's 2-0 to Toronto. And the shock is on here as Derek Etienne scores for Toronto. He's got 1 assist and scored 1 himself now. And the shock in this crowd is simply visible as Toronto FC are now starting to play like a well-oiled machine. And Messi and Laporte, Segovia and Suarez, your team is taking a beating right now. This ball came right across. It was Leray, first of all, who played the ball to Mihailovic. The cross comes in, the goalkeeper comes out and makes a touch on the ball, but that was bad because that touch went straight to Derek Etienne, who just taps the ball past the goalkeeper. Now the question is going to be, Daniel Shallowy, whether or not he was considered interfering with play despite being in offside position, because he did clash with the goalkeeper. Let's look again. He goes in to challenge the goalkeeper. That takes St Clair out of it for a moment. It's a legitimate challenge, but was Shallowy in an offside position when that ball across from Mihailovic was played? And the referee is it looks like this goal is going to stand for Derek Etienne. It is indeed. The game is back underway, and Toronto are 2 goals to the good here. Here's Segovier. Plays that ball forward down the right-hand side. It's picked up by the substitute Allen. There is Suarez. Suarez drops the ball back to Rodrigo de Paul. And this is quite a shock right now. And what a push for Toronto and their playoff campaign. The ball is out wide now to the other substitute, Mura. Mura plays the ball to Casemiro. Casemiro out wide to Mura again. Tries to get the cross in. It's a fantastic block by Richie Laray. It's going to be a corner for Miami. And boy, let's see how this game turns out. We're in for a fantastic 25 minutes. Corner now for Inter Miami down the right-hand side. And it's Messi that's going to swing this ball in. And the header is on there! Oh, and they're claiming handball. And it looks like the header, I think it originally came off Bertrame, and it caused all kinds of confusion in the Toronto defence. Let's take a look. The run was up. It actually came off Falcon. And then a deflection by Messi, and it was wide. But how close was that? Took a deflection, and oh my goodness me. You begin to wonder whether this is going to be Miami's day today or not. The number 20 is coming off now which is Daniel Shallowy is coming off now. And coming on is the number 3, Mateus Pereira, the Brazilian. And it's an opportunity for Pereira just to log some minutes. But you can see how close that was. It was very close indeed. And you begin to wonder at that point just whether or not it is their day or not. But I guess we'll see. It's only 2 goals. Remember, that lead can disappear very quickly if Inter Miami can get one. But they have brought on the extra defender here in Mateus Pereira for Daniel Shallowy, as he has made way. First substitute for Toronto FC. Now over the halfway line is Simancic. Simancic for Toronto FC. Played short here to Coella. Coella holding possession up. It's good play there. And it's a substitute now. Pereira on the ball. Does a little dance. And here's Coella. Laray. Simancic. Back to Coella. And you're going to see that Toronto are now going to try and kill this game off. And the ball goes back to the goalkeeper there from Monlouis. And it's cleared downfield by Gavran. And here is Segovier. Segovier plays the ball to Suarez. Suarez, and now the win probability shift to 77% for Toronto, 15% for the draw, and only 7% for Miami. Toronto have turned this on its head in terms of the belief system on who was going to win this game. And if they do hold out, it will be only their 3rd ever victory over Inter Miami. Here's Segovier. Segovier gives the ball away, and it's cleared back into the Miami half of the field. Coming out to meet it is Dane St Clair. Gets the ball back to Mura. Mura plays it to Segovier over the halfway line. And it's still 2-0. And, we've got 23 minutes left on the clock. And there's precious time for Inter Miami to try to get back into this game. And it's picked up and won there by Monlouis. Monlouis tries to set off Pereira on his way, but Pereira is fouled, and it's going to be a free kick. Mateus Pereira is down, and you can see the complaints there by Robin Fraser, perhaps looking for something other than just a free kick. But it's just over the halfway line in the Inter Miami half of the field. And Guillermo Hoyos, well, with Nashville playing tonight, if they win, they're going to fall further behind in the race for the regular season championship. The ball is forward, long, over the halfway line, and headed back to Dane St. Clair, very calmly there by the substitute Noah Allen. And St. Clair releases it to Falcon on the edge of his own penalty area. Falcon plays it short to Facundo Mura. Mura goes long, looking for that ball, and it's won back comfortably by Kushevich. Kushevich is going to be dispossessed here, though. And now Segovier coming forward as Inter Miami streaming forward in numbers. Here's Suarez. Suarez lifts the ball over the top. Well, I think he was looking for the run there of Batrami, but it wasn't. They certainly weren't on the same page. And a frustrated, tired-looking Suarez. What an incredible career he's had, though. No one can take it away. An absolute superstar. So dangerous in front of goal. And Luray is under pressure there. He puts the ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in for Inter Miami. It's about 3 yards away from the corner flag, down the right-hand side, which is taken quickly there by Frey, but the ball has been given away to Josh Sargent. Sargent now is going to have to try to hold this ball up. He needs some help up there. He gives the ball to Paredes, and now it's Josh Sargent inside the penalty area. He goes down, but he keeps possession really well, does Sargent. Plays it back to Mihailovic. Mihailovic now is going to give the ball back to Sargent. Simorancic is making his way into the penalty area, and it's back to Mihailovic again. Simorancic is in there, and it's Coella back to Mihailovic. Richie Luray forward there to Paredes, and Paredes tried to find Josh Sargent, but that ball has, that move has broken down, and now Casemiro plays the ball forward but just hands it back to Toronto and Simorancic, and it could be the first victory for Toronto at Miami. They are 0-5-1, and it's the first time they've even scored 2 goals here. Here's Derek Etienne. Etienne drops the ball back to Simorancic. Simorancic again. Well, he's going to turn away, and he's going to go right back into his own half. Back to Simorancic. So this could be history making for Toronto. They've never won here in Miami against Inter Miami, but wait a moment. Here comes Batrame for Inter Miami. He drops the ball back. They're about to make a triple substitution, mind you. And here's Messi. Messi gives the ball away, and a look of frustration on Messi's face as that's cleared into the Inter Miami half of the field. They're about ready to make a triple substitution that's basically going to use up their remaining substitutes for the game. The ball is played long, and it's just knocked out of play by Monlouis, and I feel these substitutions are going to take place now. No. Throw in down the right hand side, taken by Frey. Here is Falcon. Falcon to Segovier. Segovier forward to Casemiro, looking for Beltrame, but it's won back well there by Coella. And it's back again with Inter Miami, and it's Beltrame that tries to play the ball through there to Suarez, and it's cleared downfield. So we've got the number 22 coming on. I'm trying to see who that is, actually. I thought it was a number 22. I might be wrong. Yes, it is a 22, so it will be David Alava coming on. It'll be 1. That is... they're going to be bringing on 3 there, but that's one of them. I want to try and get a head start here. Referee has stopped play, and it's going to be a hydration break. This hydration break will be 2 minutes. Also coming on is the number 56, Daniel Pinter. Started the last game in that 2-2 draw. And number 64, or is it 54, excuse me, Lothens Delinois. So that is going to be the changes, but the question is who is coming off. We'll have that information for you in a moment. It's Suarez is one of them. Casemiro is the other. Let's see who the last one is. Oh, it's Segovia. Segovia's coming off. So that's the 3 men. I'll just run through that with you again in a moment, just to make sure we've got everything correct for you. So the substitutions are Segovia, Casemiro and Suarez off. And coming on is Pinter, Delinois, and I'm just trying to figure out who that last substitution was. Also David Avalar. So that is the 5 substitutions now. So Avalar, Pinter and Delinois, who are on. Segovia, Casemiro and Suarez, who are off. That's the 5 substitutions complete now. Toronto still have another 4 they can make. As just taking a look at the first goal for Toronto, and it really was an excellent strike by Sargent. I do wonder how this is going to affect the rest of their season going forward now for Toronto. Whether they can now really make a serious push towards the postseason. Toronto, I think, see if they're about ready to make a substitution as well. It might be worth considering with 15 minutes to go, because so far they've only made 1. But the players now making their way back on the field from the hydration break. And Koshevich is having a conversation with Rodrigo de Paul. And they are having a disagreement quite clearly. They're at least keeping it civil. Throw in for Toronto to resume play. It's going to be Richie Leray. Goes long, looking for the run of the number 9 Sargent there, not able to get there. And now here comes the number 32 there, which is Noah Allen for Inter Miami. The substitute Pinter was wearing 56, Delinois is wearing 54, and Avila is wearing 22. And here's Falcon. Falcon, ball out wide there to Allen. Allen tries to find Delinois, but Delinois is stopped short there. Good challenge there by Kobe Franklin. And the ball is out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in. Miami 0, Toronto 2. And there's 14 minutes left, so you never say never in football, but unless they score pretty quickly, they're going to make this a very tight run for themselves. Kobe takes a throw in, Kobe Franklin. It's flicked on but lands at the feet of Rodrigo de Paul, and he's fouled. It's going to be a free kick just inside the Toronto half of the field, which was taken quickly, and it was lifted over the defence, and Mihailovic and de Paul are now arguing as that ball goes behind for a goal kick. And we are going to see the change now, and it's Josh Sargent who's making way, and coming on is Theo Cabano. So Josh Sargent's been a solid performance, a solid working performance. Corbiano is on now, but it really has been a real workmanlike performance by Josh Sargent today, rewarded with a goal. He's taken off now to have a rest as a second substitution by Toronto is made. Theo Corbianu is the substitute, and it's cleared downfield. Head one up in the air and pushed down there. Surely was Kobe Franklin. Is that going to be a free kick? He's being helped up by the assistant on the far side, and the referee today, Mr. Ishmael El Taf, has done a very stellar job this evening. It's not got. I would argue he's not gotten everything right, but he's done an absolutely stellar job. So it's a difficult game to referee, and there is a free kick there on Muro by Pereira. So Inter Miami have a free kick about 6 yards inside from the touchline on the right hand side, and it's a given away again though by Inter Miami, and now a second foul there on Kobe Franklin, and it's going to be a free kick to Toronto FC. In about 10 minutes I'll be giving my man of the match award. There's so many on that Toronto FC team that I can actually consider, but here is Kushevich. Kushevich goes back to the goalkeeper Gavran, and Kobe Franklin plays the ball short, and an opportunity now for Beltrame. Beltrame shoots. Oh, and it's a super save by Gavran, and the follow-up rebound is put wide off Gavran again. But what a super save by Luka Gavran in the Toronto goal. It was a short pass, and Beltrame was in one-on-one. Let's take a look at then. Oh, it was poor by Franklin, and it was nipped in and played through. And a good save, a really good save, and the frustration by Beltrame is evident. He tries to beat the goalkeeper at the near post. It's a super save. The follow-up rebound was hit right at Beltrame as well, and he looks very, very frustrated. He might have been better going across the goalkeeper than trying to beat him at his near post, but that's hindsight now. And a free kick has in fact been given, and it's Luka Gavran who clears the ball downfield. This goes over everybody's head. Mihailovic chasing it back. Finally it's going to be cleared by Frey, I think. He's under pressure here, is Frey, by both Etienne and Mihailovic, and he's forced to put the ball out of play excuse me, for a throw-in to Toronto. And it's over by the corner flag down that right hand side, and it's going to be a long one, this, by Etienne into the box. It goes over everybody's head. Oh, it's going to bounce loose from Mihailovic. Oh, off the line. Oh, Mihailovic got control of the ball and only managed to poke, but it almost crossed the line, and on the line was a substitute for Kundo Mura to clear that ball off the line. But my goodness, how close was that to killing this game off. Let's take another look at that. It was almost poked over the line, but cleared off the line by Mura, and Toronto was denied the third goal. And now here's Rodrigo De Paul. Drops the ball back into the centre circle. Across to Messi. Messi plays the ball forward, looking for Delinois. Excuse me, I've pronounced that name correctly. Delinois. And now coming forward over the halfway line is Toronto FC. Tried to play the ball through to the substitute Corbianu. But Inter Miami now looking to try to get themselves back into this game. And here is the number 7, Rodrigo De Paul, through to Messi! He pulls one back for Miami! It was a super ball through by Rodrigo De Paul, and Lionel Messi tucks it past the goalkeeper and pulls the goal back. and gives into Miami hope. There is 8 minutes to go. There is most definitely an opportunity now. But let's take a look at this. He doesn't celebrate Messi, just wants to get the ball back to the centre circle. As the through ball there, through to Messi, is onside. It's a superb ball through by Rodrigo de Paul. The finish by Messi is his usual top quality self. Just slides the ball past Gavran, and it's a goal back. No chance for Gavran, just beat the goalkeeper. And it's 2-1. But I want to talk about the through ball by Rodrigo de Paul. It was absolutely precision passing by Rodrigo de Paul through to Messi as the two Argentinian World Cup winners gathered together to give Miami some hope now. And with 7 minutes to go, they might yet get back into this game. And here it's picked up by the number 7, De Paul again. And he plays the ball there to, well, it's out wide there to Noah Allen. As into Miami, looking to try to get themselves a game-tying goal here. Rodrigo de Paul inside the centre circle. What a game we've had here, and what a remaining 7 minutes this is going to be. Here's Falcon. Gets into the penalty area. Oh, it's played across. He just wasn't able to keep control of the ball there, was Noah Allen. And fighting on the edge of the area to try to create anything. It's finally cleared away there by Kushevich, who's given the ball there to Richie Leray. Chasing it through now is Corbianu. Corbianu, he was blocked there and stopped by Mura. How important might that clearance off the line by Mura be now? And it's played forward now down the right hand side, and here come Toronto now, here come into Miami now, and it's cleared away, and now Toronto can come forward. Here's Mihailovic. Mihailovic plays the ball short. Oh, here's an opportunity now. Racing forward is Corbianu. Corbianu is dispossessed. Good piece of defending, in fact, by the substitute Daniel Pinter there. And now the ball is out wide, and chasing this one forward is Noah Allen. As it is 2-1 still to Toronto as we go into the final 5 minutes in Miami here as they desperately hunt an equaliser. It's Dylan Noir. Dylan Noir inside the penalty area. Oh, it's squared across. It was right behind Messi. And now Toronto can come forward. In fact, what is the referee given here? An offside? Well, let's take a look at this. This ball into the middle, and you can see Mihailovic just gets the poke. And just making that challenge on the line and saving that, but how important might that be yet? As there's a stoppage in play, and I'm not sure what they're going over there into Miami to get tactics. They're not supposed to be doing that. And stoppages in play. As there's going to be a substitution here. Coming on is the number 38, Jackson Gilman. And we'll just see. Oh, it's Etienne Jr. who is going off for Toronto. And also Mihailovic is going off for Gomi. So those are the two substitutes there, actually. Going to be the last two, because that's 3 attempts that they've had under the rules. So those will be the last 2 substitutions, with Mihailovic and Etienne Jr. going off. But Mihailovic has put in a solid performance, has also Etienne Jr. But I think overall it's going to be a struggle for them to try to keep a hold of this game. And now coming forward is Rodrigo de Paul. And it's played forward, looking for Dylan Noir, but the ball goes behind for a goal kick. It was a long pass as well, again by DePaul. And once again, very, very close. Gilman and Gomi are on for TFC in what is the last two substitutions for them. Goal kick to be taken by Gavran downfield. Gavran and cleared into the into Miami half there by the number 19 Kobe Franklin, who is another one that's really been absolutely outstanding today. And now here is Rodrigo DePaul again, looking desperately to try to get the equaliser for Inter Miami. The ball is long over on the right-hand side there, left-hand side rather, and it's picked up by Noah Allen. They need to get the ball forward now. It's back to Rodrigo DePaul, to Messi. Messi tries to beat two, gets across it, Messi! Oh, and it's cleared away, only as far as Falcon. Is he going to have a strike? No, he plays it to Noah Allen, and it's cleared away. The ball to Allen wasn't the best. And my goodness me, how close was that? But it was all started by Lionel Messi. And now coming forward is Avila. Avila to Falcon. Out wide here to Noah Allen. Allen gets across and it's headed out again by Kushevich. Only as far as Falcon. I'll be giving my man of the match at the next stoppage in play. Cross coming in towards the back post. Oh, Dylan Noir tries to get on the end of it, but it goes behind for a goal kick. So today's man of the match, I am giving to Derek Etienne, a goal and an assist for Derek Etienne. He was a problem in the first half for them to deal with. He was a constant problem in the second half. And today's man of the match goes to Derek Etienne of Toronto FC. And it's cleared downfield as Toronto now just looking to keep Miami out for the remaining time in this game. And it's out wide here to Mura. Mura sets the ball off, plays it short. Here's Messi in the penalty area. The ball breaks loose, but Garvia falls on it, or Garvaran falls on it rather, as it ticks through to 90 minutes. As we're going to see what stoppage time, 8 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game, and I cannot understand why that is. 8 minutes of stoppage time, cleared downfield, headed on, and Dylan Noir plays the ball back into Miami's own half of the field. And it's Allen that plays the ball forward to Dylan Noir again. Plays the ball back there and picked up by Rodrigo DePaul. Sends the ball out wide to Facundo Muna, who himself has played excellent for Miami, also along with Rodrigo DePaul. And there's only one goal in this, but 8 minutes of stoppage time, and the Miami fans will certainly have been given hope with that. It's Noah Allen, drops the ball back there to David Avala. Here's DePaul. Good play by Rodrigo DePaul. Holds the ball up, gives the ball to Falcon. Corner of the penalty area, left-hand side. Falcon pulls the ball back to Dylan Noir. Back to the edge of the area, the shot comes in, and it's a comfortable save for Gavran. It was a good effort there by Avila, but the Canadian goalkeeper Luca Gavran stood firm, gets behind the shot and makes the save. And you can see it just drop in front of the goalkeeper there, but the save was made. And time continues to tick down. The referee's already been enforcing that countdown rule to the goalkeeper, just to make sure no unnecessariness goes on. And here's Falcon again for Inter Miami. They have camped inside Toronto FC's half now. Here's Dylan Noir. Dylan Noir tries to get to the byline. Really good challenge there by Kushevich, and it's going to be a corner, no question. It should have been a corner. The Inter Miami fans are furious. Let's take a look at this. I may be wrong. Dylan Waugh gets into the penalty area. Challenge. Yes, that should have been a corner. The challenge actually was made by Kobe Franklin, and that should have been a corner. But Toronto get a bit of luck now, and they are demanding that Gavran gets this ball downfield and stops wasting time. And it's downfield, going up in the air to try to win this ball is Gilman. He went up there with Noah Allen, but it goes out of play for a throw into Miami. And now that throw-in is taken quickly, and here's Rodrigo DePaul. DePaul plays the ball forward here to Avila. Avila to Noah Allen, and into Miami to Dylan Waugh. Dylan Waugh, now we've played 3 minutes of the stoppage time. He tries to get the pass into the box. It's a good block by Gilman. And cleared away back into the Inter Miami half of the field. And Falcon just drops the ball back to Dane St. Clair. And now over the halfway line is the number 7, Rodrigo DePaul. Plays the ball out wide here to Mura. Mura drops the ball back. And again to Rodrigo DePaul. Plays the ball short there to Avalar. Avalar to Falcon as we are almost at the halfway point of this 8 minutes of stoppage time. Here's DePaul again. And Rodrigo DePaul looking for the run. Gives the ball to Avalar. Avalar gets a cross in, and good piece of goalkeeping by Luka Gavran. Gets down and collects that very, very well. And time ticking down now for Inter Miami. Messi having something to say to the referee. I don't think it's going to matter. The ball is cleared downfield. The header won by Falcon. And it's released to Noah Allen as Inter Miami are going to launch the ball forward. It's Avila into the centre circle to Rodrigo DePaul. This game very close to being done now. Can Toronto FC hold out, or will Inter Miami get the vital equalising goal? It's Falcon, plays the ball out wide to Allen down the left-hand side. Allen pulls the ball back to Avila. Avila into the infield to the substitute the substitute Muro, and the tackle is won there. Really good challenge by Kushevich, and trying to break away now is Theo Corbianu, and Corbianu goes down, and it's going to be a yellow card. And it's going to be Allen, the substitute, that's picked up that booking. Don't think he can have any complaints. Well, you might argue, no, he wasn't the last man. But my goodness me. A yellow card. And it's Avila is the man that is booked. As time is ticking down in this game now, and it's cleared away, but really only as far as Corbianu. Corbianu gives the ball to Coelho. Coelho to Simancic. Simancic takes it to the corner, but he loses out as Muro tries to keep this ball in play. And now into Miami, looking to come forward to see if they can create something. There's some tired legs out there now, as now it is the number 7, Rodrigo DePaul. He must be exhausted. He's 32 years of age. Here now is Beltrame. Beltrame just takes the ball back and drops it to Messi. Can they squeeze something back into Miami? And it's Noah Allen. Allen holds the ball up to Messi. Messi plays the ball out wide to Rodrigo DePaul, tries to get the cross in. Really good block that time by the number 3, Pereira, the substitute, as Inter Miami tried to defend well. Oh, and the cross is coming in here, and are cleared away, and that was a beautiful slide rule pass to Beltrame. Beltrame tries to get the cross in, but it was cleared away by Monlouis, and still they come forward, Miami. Rodrigo DePaul gets a cross in, and is plucked out of the air by Luka Gavran. Under pressure there by Ian Frey. And it's a great piece of goalkeeping, just plucking that out of the air like it was routine. A high-pressure situation for the goalkeeper there. Does a good job, Gavran. Gets that ball outfield. And again, Toronto FC now are just going to try and keep possession and run down the clock here. They've got a free kick for the foul on Corbiano. Beltrame is trying to get them to hurry up, but there's about 30 seconds of stoppage time left at the end of this game. And, well, you begin to wonder just how much more the referee is going to add on top of that. The ball is cleared forward, looking for the run of Jackson Gilman, but the ball goes behind for a goal kick, and St. Clair is going to have to get this ball downfield super quickly, because we've almost played the full 8 minutes now as some of the fans are making their way towards the exit here in Miami. And the ball is out wide here to Allen. Allen plays the ball short to Avalar, and that's it! It is full time, and Toronto have done it! They have picked up the victory in Miami with a 2-1 win, and that has really given their playoff chances a real boost. 2-1 to Toronto at the end of this game, and what a fantastic performance for Robin Fraser's men. The goals came from Josh Sargent on 59 minutes, and again by Derek Etienne on 62. And finally a late reply by Lionel Messi on 82, but it wasn't enough. It's full time in Miami. It's Inter Miami 1, Toronto 2. Thank you for listening on today's game. My name is Paul James, and I hope you'll join us again soon. Thank you. Bye for now.